Yo, what's going on, everybody? How we doing today? How we doing? Yeah, a lot of action to cover today. It should be a good day, let's hope. A lot of chances to make some money. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, Von Doom? Yes, sir, let's get it. Let's get it. Tell you what, I'm on a huge teaser losing streak. My college football and NFL teasers have just been brutal. I've been getting murdered left and right, and let's hope for a better day here. Have been hitting on my Hail Mary parlays for college football, surprisingly enough. What's going on, Jamal? How we doing? But yeah, we got a huge NHL slate, massive college football slate, pretty solid NBA slate as well. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Mark, I did do once I get into college here shortly, I did do a little 4-team college underdog parlay that I did post in that Discord that I could definitely see hitting all money lines. Tons of underdog money line potential today. And let's see. Let's go, Brandon. Yes, sir. Gotta win some money. Let's see. What's the lighter slate? I mean, I guess it's best to just left that. Let me cover some NHL really quick before we get into college football. Tons of college action here at noon. Oh no, what is happening? All right, I think I'm back. I think I was just frozen there for a second. But yeah, if you guys did the Avalanche and Winnipeg last night, Winnipeg, man, they blew the 2-game slate, but I was able to get Winnipeg. I got Winnipeg plus 1.5. I just knew something weird was going to happen before I locked the bet in, so I put in that Winnipeg plus 1.5, and they covered. And I wish I would have taken the Avalanche on the puck line. I mean, they murdered Seattle. It was kind of crazy. Oh, Jamal, thanks for the donation, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks. But yeah, the 2-game slate, was able to cash out last night. Got a lot of good NHL action today here. We got Carolina against the Kings here. Carolina, really solid matchup there. Love the Hurricanes. Love Tampa Bay. If you wanted to do a little 2-teamer, Carolina and Tampa Bay, honestly, for me, seems the way to go for a little 2-team action, if that can get you guys plus money. Minnesota and Florida. I think it's the toughest game on this NHL slate, because I could definitely see the Wild pulling it off here. Wild playing really good hockey. I do like Wild on the puck line. I think it'd be a pretty close game here. Let's see. Nashville against Montreal. I mean, I think Nashville has a great game against Montreal today. Boston. Do like Boston over the Flyers. Yeah, Mark. I mean, yeah, I like the Raptors. I just wasn't a fan of taking the Kings minus any points. They just haven't looked good. But yeah, they got absolutely murdered yesterday. Interesting matchup. You're able to get Calgary as the underdog right now. There was some line movement here. Calgary plus 1.5. I think that's the play for sure. Getting them on a value just seems too good to be true. Love Toronto over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they have been struggling big time. And then if you want to go against the worst team in the NHL, you got Detroit versus Arizona. I feel like you can play anybody against Arizona, and you're probably going to pick up a win. The Blues and Stars, that's another tough one. It could really go either way. I like St. Louis on the puck line. I think they're the better team. I think that's a pretty decent puck line play there. Edmonton over Chicago. Yeah, love Edmonton. Chicago, they have looked awful. Columbus and Vegas. I like Vegas, but that's another matchup I could see going to both ways. And then the Washington and San Jose. You're getting Washington pretty cheap. San Jose, they've been struggling. Washington's been playing really good hockey here. Minus 125 for the Capitals. I think that's a bargain. Definitely love the Capitals there. Let's see some NBA action real quick. Obviously with NBA, especially on weekends too. I mean every day. You got to wait till the injury reports come out. I'll always say that every time. Never make an NBA bet until those lineups are announced, because every day you're getting people that are out. You're seeing line movement left and right. So yeah, earliest game today is at 5. You get a beautiful game between the Rockets and the Knicks. Knicks 11.5-point favorites. I think this is a game where they murder the Rockets. Coming off that bad loss last game for the Knicks, I think it's a great bounce back spot for this Knicks team to get a nice win. Then you got the Heat and the Wizards. Heat minus 1.5. They do have some couple question marks. I think it's Bam and Tyler Herro, but these teams are already on a back-to-back of playing each other, and Heat beat them and covered the spread. I think they'll be able to do it again here. Pelicans and Pacers. Not in love with this one, but do like the Pacers here. Hard to trust this Pelicans team. They did get a nice win over the Clippers yesterday, which was kind of surprising. But yeah, still taking the Pacers. Then you have the Hornets and the Hawks. I think that's a toss-up. I think you can go either way. I like the Hornets plus the 6.5. Both teams not playing that amazing. Hornets have been the better team, giving them 6.5 points. I feel more comfortable taking the Hornets plus those points. Thunder and the Celtics. I mean, we saw the Celtics murder the Lakers last night, which is crazy because I like the Lakers. Lakers kept it close for a while. In that fourth quarter, they just let it go. I'm still sticking with the Thunder plus 10. Their last 3 games, they've been 10-point underdogs. They've covered. And yeah, I think OKC could definitely cover here. Yo, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, man? And then Memphis and Timberwolves. Memphis plus 2.5. I think that's a really good play. I'm wanting to say, what was the stat? It was head-to-head. Memphis is 8-2, 9-1 covering against Minnesota. Minnesota has not played that good either. Getting Memphis on some plus money and some and plus 2.5. I think that's a really good play. You get the Bucks and the Magic. This has to be like a murder game for the Bucks. I mean, with Middleton back, getting their guys healthy, they should be able to destroy this Magic team, one would hope. So I do like the Bucks. 76ers and the Blazers. You know, Sixers have all the injuries, we know that. Portland, man, they're just a tough team to really gauge day in, day out. I'd take the shot with the Sixers plus 6. Wouldn't be surprised if they cover. These teams played last time. Philly won. Then the Jazz and the Kings. Jazz are 8-point favorites. A little bit of line movement. They were 7 earlier. But definitely trust them more over the Kings. Jazz looking fully healthy here, which is nice. So, yeah, I love the Jazz, especially for like your money line additions. Definitely love them for a money line parlay. And then, yeah, we'll hop into college football. So much opportunity here for college. So many spreads. We're going to make the right spread bets. I don't know. Last week, I forget who ruined it. Who ruined my teaser last week? I don't even remember. It was a rough last weekend. Start with the noon games. I mean, if you guys wanted to put a little bit of money on just a straight up spread bet, you're getting Georgia versus Charleston Southern, a team that's only played 1 game this season. I'm not even sure the circumstances on that. I'm wanting to say maybe it's COVID related or something. I have no idea. But Georgia's 51-point favorites against a team that's played one game. I mean, I would be very shocked if Georgia doesn't cover that spread. I just don't see how Charleston Southern even gets more than like a field goal on them. They don't even have really any team chemistry with one game under their belt, and we're almost at the end of the season. Georgia's going to murder this team. So I don't hate that for a straight up spread bet. It's a lot of points, but I mean, they're going to demolish this team. Yeah, we'll just go through a lot of these games here. A lot of the nooners. You got Florida Atlantic, Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky 10.5-point favorites. I'd probably lean Western Kentucky, honestly, but definitely not one I'm really betting on today. I will give you, let's see. I'll post my, let's see. Here's one of my Hail Mary plays I'm running today. A little Hail Mary moneyline parlay. I did it too. It was like almost plus 150. I hit this one last week too, an 8 or 10 teamer. That was like the only thing I hit in college, which was pretty surprising. Florida State and Boston College. I kind of like Boston College. 2-point spread here. Been the better team. Do like Boston College. Then you got Oklahoma, Iowa State. That's what it was. It was Oklahoma that killed me last week against Baylor. Oklahoma just did not show up. Had the quarterback issues. I do like Oklahoma on a bounce back against this Iowa State team, coming off a Texas Tech loss where they were 10-point favorites too. I think it's a good spot for Oklahoma. Only a 3.5-point spread. I think they should be able to win by a touchdown and cover. Kent State and Akron. Kent State 13.5-point favorites. I think that's a pretty good play. Akron. I think they're like the worst run defense in college football, and Kent State has one of like the top rushing attacks. So Kent State should put up a lot of points on this Akron defense. Army and Massachusetts. Army 36.5-point favorites. Kind of crazy. I'd probably stay away from that, but they could definitely. This UMass team is just 1-9. Aren't very good at all. The marquee matchup at noon, which is going to be a big one. It's Michigan State and Ohio State. I mean, that's what I'll be watching. I got Michigan State in my teaser, but you have Ohio State 19.5-point favorites. Man, we know they played Purdue last week. Purdue was pretty much in the same boat. They were like 21-point underdogs. You know, and they got beat pretty bad by Ohio State, and I do think Michigan State is definitely the better team than Purdue. They're going to have to try and stop Kenneth Walker, which is just a running machine. I like Michigan State plus the points. It's just going to be a battle. 2 9-1 teams. I like Michigan State. I have them in my teaser, which I'll give you guys the teaser here in a little bit. Do you like any of these teams? Florida State, Utah State, UTSA, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Utah. Man, I like UTSA because they're undefeated. I do like Cincinnati and Notre Dame. Cincinnati has a tough test today, probably their toughest game of the season against SMU. I do like Notre Dame against Georgia Tech. Tennessee, yeah, definitely like Tennessee. Utah, I don't like Utah because I'm all on Oregon today. Oregon getting plus money. A lot more on the line for Oregon here, so I do like Oregon. So I like some of those teams there. And then another thing as well, guys, go ahead and check out the sponsor of the channel, ParlayPlay. You get $10 once you sign up and confirm your email. That's it. $10 instantly. You can use it. It's an over-under prop site. Very simple. You're just going to bet on over-unders. It's been super fun. I've gotten lucky several times. It really is just luck, to be honest with you. And so you get $10 immediately. And there is a $100 college football tournament, which it really is just guessing. Any one of you guys in here could easily win. So go ahead and sign up below. Totally free. And it's been a fun site. And I'll be sponsoring them for a while. And go ahead and take advantage of that free money. No hidden tricks, nothing. I promise you. Free tournaments in NBA, NHL, and NFL pretty much every day. And I guarantee you guys will get lucky at least once a week and come in the top 20. Guaranteed. So go ahead and sign up there. And then Daryl, Sharps are betting against the Bearcats and Roadrunners to lose. I mean, yeah, I would imagine they are. Cincinnati, though, they haven't been blowing out teams like they should be. With the conference, with their schedule they have, which is awful, they should be beating teams badly, and they're not. SMU can score. Going to be a tough game. And the Roadrunners, man, it's like they're the biggest mystery of college football. They're 10-0. You haven't even heard about them. All they do is just keep on winning. So, I mean, you can't really hate that. Can the Islanders win in a new stadium? I mean, they definitely can. Let's see, playing Calgary. I mean, I still like Calgary. I know it's a new stadium, but I mean, Calgary's just been the much better team here. But stuff like that, getting a new stadium could definitely help. But it's not like it's just because you got a new stadium, it's a guaranteed win. That's definitely not true. But who knows? Could be some momentum to show out for your home crowd for your new stadium. That could be something there. But I just don't like them as a favorite. If they were the underdog here, you can get them on the puck line. I would take the Islanders on the puck line, but you can get Calgary as the underdog. As of right now, depending on what bookies you're on, I still like Calgary here. Where was I at? College football. So yeah, I do like Michigan State plus the points. That's going to be a fun game. Can't wait to watch that here at noon. Kentucky and New Mexico State, 35.5 point favorites. Yeah, Kentucky should murder that team. Here's another interesting one, guys. I really do think this could be the most free money of today. I don't want to make any promises, but Texas A&M versus Prairie View. Prairie View has not played a game this season. I'll repeat that. They have not played a game this season. I don't know how that's possible. I don't even understand. I don't know. But A&M's 41-point favorites. If you don't think A&M's going to try and put up 50, 60, 70 points on this Prairie View team that hasn't played a game, then you're crazy. I mean, no way on earth this Prairie View team really scores on A&M. I would be like maybe a field goal or two, but they have no chemistry. I mean, yeah, A&M minus the spread because you can't even get them on the money line. That just seems like easy free money. So, I mean, I do like that. Do that in Georgia. If you want to do a little teaser, throw A&M in Georgia to be safe. Could be an easy hitter today. Purdue and Northwestern. I like Purdue minus 11. Penn State and Rutgers. Penn State's 18-point favorites. Rutgers, man, they really do stink. I do like Penn State to murder this team. They need to. They need some momentum. They've had a rough little season here. Mississippi State minus 44 against Tennessee State. A lot of points there. I'm not in love with that matchup with Tennessee State. Just looking at some models I'm looking at, I could see Tennessee State covering that 44. But that's another team. Tennessee State has not played a game this season. So Mississippi State should be able to, Rogers should be able to throw all over them. So it's very weird getting these teams this late in the season that just kind of pop out of nowhere and haven't played a game yet. I really don't understand that, to be honest. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, a lot of noon action. Texas and West Virginia. Both teams 4-6. Texas plus 2.5. I think that's a really good play. Texas plus 2.5. Buy that 1 point, get them 3.5. West Virginia has just been awful. Then you get USF and Tulane. I mean, both teams stink here. Giving USF plus 5.5 points. I mean, Tulane's 1-9. Yeah, we'll take USF plus 5.5. And then another great noon game. Wake Forest and Clemson. Wake Forest. They're giving Wake Forest 3.5 to 4 points on the road. Kind of insane to me. When I saw that line a few days ago, I was in shock. I mean, I'm definitely hopping all over Wake Forest today. They're in my teaser, which I'll give you guys here soon. But yeah, Wake Forest, they put up points. Clemson, they can't. Their offense is horrible. It really is. Giving this good Week 4 team plus 3.5 on the road, man. Love it. Then the last 12 o'clock game, you have North Carolina and Wofford. North Carolina, 37-point favorites. They should be able to murder them. Yeah, you get a lot of early games where teams could just dominate the spreads here. Might have to throw a little bit of money here soon on some of those. But yeah, I'll move on to some other matchups that I find interesting. You have Iowa and Illinois. Iowa's 12.5-point favorites. I actually like Illinois. They got 2 really quality wins in their last 3 games. Iowa doesn't really score more than 30. So being double-digit favorites for a team that's not getting more than 30 points, going to be tough. I'll take my chances with Illinois plus the points. You got Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. Notre Dame minus 17.5. They really need to win this game and murder Georgia Tech here to, they're fighting for a playoff spot, sitting on the outside, looking in. So I do like them there. And then a pretty big 3:30 matchup. You have Arkansas and Bama. Bama 20.5-point favorites. I do like Arkansas. Gonna get them by a point. Get them at 21.5, just to be safe, and hope they can keep it close. They have not beat Bama in a long time. It's been a long time since they beat Bama. But 21.5 points against a pretty decent Arkansas team. I'll take my chances with those points. Michigan and Maryland. I love this straight spread bet. Not much of a spread bet person, but I've seen some of these games just on this slate that are just screaming easy money. Michigan and Maryland. Michigan 15.5-point favorites over Maryland. This Maryland team that's been getting murdered. I mean, left and right. They got killed last week against Michigan State. And Michigan's bringing a better defense than Michigan State has. Maryland, yeah, coming off a loss, big loss to Michigan State, big loss to Penn State. I mean, they've gotten murdered against the elite teams. They got murdered against Ohio State, against Iowa, Michigan State, even Penn State, even Minnesota. Yeah, Michigan's going to murder this team. They really are. 15.5. I think they easily win by at least 3 scores or more. So I do like Michigan in that spot. Wisconsin and Nebraska is another interesting matchup to me. Wisconsin 10-point favorites. Nebraska, it's crazy. I end up somehow watching Nebraska games like every week because they're just always on. They fight until like the 4th quarter, and then they always do something dumb and then just end up losing. Look how crazy this is. I was looking at it last night. They are all of their losses. I mean, look at these losses. Ohio State lost by 9. Purdue lost by 5. Minnesota lost by 7. Michigan lost by 3. Those are all against really good teams, and they lost by single digits. Michigan State lost by 3. Oklahoma lost by 7. I mean, this is crazy. The elite teams in college football, they've literally lost by single digits. And it's always come down to the 4th quarter. Wisconsin has been playing good football here, but Nebraska plus 10. They've covered time and time again as the underdog. It's always come down to the 4th quarter. So I do like taking the chance on Nebraska there. And then a big matchup, you have number 3 Cincinnati and SMU. Cincinnati 10-point favorites. It's going to be their toughest test of the season. SMU can definitely put up points. Cincinnati's D and offense hasn't looked that amazing. I mean, they let USF put up 28 on them. We know how bad USF is. You know, SMU's coming off a 55-point game. This screams upset alert here. I mean, it would not shock me if SMU beats them here. Cincinnati just has not looked that great, despite them being number 3. They've just had too many close calls this season against teams they should have really blown out. So, 10 points. I do like Cincinnati minus 10 only on the basis that they need to really beat this team. But SMU plus 10, I think could be another good play too if Cincinnati comes out to a slow start. And then, one of the biggest wonders of the day, it's UTSA, 10-0, number 15 here, 4-point favorites over UAB. I mean, you got to roll UTSA. They've done nothing but win all season long. Hasn't been the best finishes, but I mean, they've just gotten the job done. So I do like UTSA. Your official 10-team parlay for today: Pitt, Wake, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, Liberty, Boise State, Notre Dame, Utah State, Purdue. I mean, man, if that's a parlay you crafted, you obviously believe in that. So I can't tell you anything. 10 teamers are pure luck. It really is. The only ones on that one that are going to be tough, I think it's going to be that Baylor Kansas State game, and then Liberty and Lafayette. Those are two games I could see. Lafayette getting points at home. They've been the better team, or on the road, so that game will be tough. Baylor, I think Baylor's going to win. Getting them as the underdog seems kind of crazy, but that home scenario does work. Yeah, no, I mean, those are all solid. A couple of those games are going to be pretty sweaty, but that's pretty much what we sign up for whenever we're betting, regardless. But I mean, you have just as good of a chance to hit as anything else, honestly. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, then you have Pitt versus Virginia. Virginia coming off a 3-point game last week. They did not look good. This Pitt D is going to eat Virginia up alive. Love Pitt. BYU and Georgia Southern. Yeah, BYU 20-point favorites. They should be able to beat up on this Georgia Southern squad. Lafayette and Liberty, interesting matchup. Lafayette 9-1. They're being given 4.5 points on the road here. I did do a little underdog parlay. I think, yeah, I did ULL money line. It was plus 3,000 odds. I did Baylor money line. I did Wake Forest money line. What was the other one I did? Baylor. Hold up. I had a fourth team in there that could definitely has upset potential today. I did. Oh yeah, and Oregon getting underdog value at home, which is crazy. Or on the road, sorry. Yeah, I did this little 4-team. It was like $3 to win like 92, which I could see all 4 of these underdogs winning, which is crazy. So those are 4 underdogs I do like. Maybe sprinkle a little round robin in there. That's probably a good strategy. You need the Titans money line and the Bucks money line to hit on a 16-team parlay that went Thursday to Monday. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Ended up being pleasant sprinkled $3. Wish it was more now. Oh, man. But see, when you're doing a 16-team money line parlay, you're never going to put more than maybe $5 or $10 on it, because statistically they'll never hit. You might hit those every once in a while, but yeah, I wouldn't put $3 would have been probably an amount I would have put too. But yeah, Titans and Bucks, man, good luck. I really do hope that hits. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Hopefully Bucks can win. They had a bad loss last week. Yeah, then you got NC State and Syracuse. NC State 11.5-point favorites. I think that's a pretty solid matchup against the Syracuse team that got absolutely murdered against Louisville. I do like NC State there. Kansas State. It's a crazy Kansas State game. 2-point favorites at home against Baylor. Baylor coming off that Oklahoma win. I like Baylor +2. I mean, I think it's a really good play. Oregon and Utah, big primetime matchup. Oregon, the number 4 team in the country, getting 3 points on the road here. Buying a half a point, get them 3.5. That's going to be a fun matchup, Utah and Oregon. I do have them in my teaser. Yeah, no, Giants do cover, and they do get those random upset wins. Would not shock me if they beat the Bucks. Wouldn't shock me. Then you got Ole Miss and Vandy. Ole Miss 36-point favorites against Vanderbilt. Ole Miss and that fast-paced offense, I mean, they are going to put up points on Vanderbilt. They're probably going to be scoring at will. Oh, yeah, James, for sure. I mean, Mavs are always pretty much underdogs for the most part. And that's exactly how it is. So, I mean, I feel the same way. Oklahoma State getting 10 points against Texas Tech here. I do like Oklahoma State. Texas Tech did come off that win against Iowa State last week, but I like Oklahoma State here. Their defense and offense is too good. They're playing really great football here. Just cracked in the top 10 too, so I think a nice win for them would be well deserved. No crazy late games, honestly. If you guys are, if you're down on your luck today, you have those 9-10 o'clock college football matchups. Nothing seems like amazing here on the super late slate. Boise State against New Mexico. I mean, 27 points. Sure, maybe. That's just a lot of points. Do you like Navy or Syracuse? I mean, neither. I don't like Syracuse or Navy. I forgot who Navy was playing. I just passed that. Navy against East Carolina. Yeah, I would not touch that game. So many games. I mean, whatever floats your guys' boat, but I'm not going to bet on the 2-7 Navy team that can only run the ball. And then Syracuse. I mean, they scored 3 points last week. Being a bettor, I mean, how can you even feel confident about betting on a team like that? I sure can't. Especially against NC State. NC State's going to eat them alive. UCLA and USC is an interesting matchup. I like UCLA a little bit there at -3.5. Here's one, like, this seems kind of lopsided, but you have UCF and UConn. UConn's a very bad football team, but they're giving UConn 30.5 points here. UCF hasn't really been that good. I know UConn's been just awful, but 30.5 points. I'd take my chances on those points there. Auburn and South Carolina. Auburn, man, they just have not looked good here lately. 7.5 points. You'd think they'd be able to cover, but they just have not been playing good. Oh yeah, I mean, I cover college basketball every day, but pretty much on the weekends, man. Saturdays, it's all college football for me. I'm watching college football all day long. And then Sunday, it's NFL. That's really all I'm betting on the weekends is just football. Because, I'm a big football guy. You got to enjoy it while it's here. Because once it's gone, it's gone. So, yeah, I strictly focus on just football on the weekends. College basketball. A lot of money's to be made in college basketball. I mean, you're getting big favorites playing these bad teams, these pretty bad colleges almost daily. A lot of cover potential. it really is just luck, college basketball. I mean, underdogs are covering big numbers here. It's kind of insane. The only interesting matchup today, I think, is probably North Carolina and Purdue. North Carolina getting 7.5 points against Purdue. Two great basketball teams. I think it's going to be a battle. I like UNC plus those points. Probably the best game on college today. Yeah, that's probably the best one today for sure. Villanova -2. Ooh, that was I do believe, I'm pretty sure they played Tennessee. Man, in my video, I liked Tennessee +2. Both teams playing good. Villanova did get that early loss. Gonna be a battle. Gonna come down to the very end there. You could go either way. I mean, literally, it's just a bucket difference. Yeah, and I took them plus. I like Tennessee, but I mean, you can go either way there. College basketball, UConn -32. Who does UConn even play? I don't even see UConn on here, but I would imagine if they're 32-point favorites, they're playing someone pretty bad. So yeah, don't hate it. I don't hate it. Baylor and Stanford's another interesting matchup. Kind of like Baylor in that one. Hurricanes, Oilers, Panthers. Yeah, I think that's a solid three-teamer. Very solid three-teamer. What's going on, Miss Danica? How we doing? Oh, UConn plays Binghamton. Yeah, yeah, definitely. They seem pretty solid. Chattanooga. Let's see if I can even. Chattanooga against VCU. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Chattanooga's 3-0, VCU 2-1. Chattanooga 6-1 covering on the road right now. I saw a 3-0 start. Got that early win over Loyola Maryland. That's a pretty big win as the underdog. Yeah, Chattanooga +4.5, 4 or +4 seems pretty solid. Getting a little disrespected there, plus the points, so I don't hate it. UTSA football. Yeah, I definitely like. I mean, yeah, VCU's solid, but Chattanooga 3-0, 2-1 covering the season on the spread. VCU's only 1-2 covering on the spread so far. Yeah, VCU did get a nice win over Vandy. Vandy put up 37 points, which is like crazy. Vandy might not be that good this year, honestly, if they're putting up 37 points. But yeah, UTSA. I definitely like UTSA for football. Like I said, they've been the biggest kind of question mark all season. They're 10-0. No one's talking about them ever. All they've done is win. I mean, there's no way you can really fade UTSA at this point. 10-0, you'd be kind of crazy. You just got to ride them out. See if they go undefeated. If you've bet on them so far, I mean, they've been pretty solid. So definitely like UTSA. They just get the job done. And yeah, if you guys want to, go ahead and you could sign up with ParlayPlay. There's 30 more minutes until the free college football tournament starts. $100 in prizes. There's only 193 players in there. The top 20 or 30 get paid. Go ahead and hop in there. You'll get $10 just for signing up that you can use on some of these over-unders. It's just over-unders, so it really is just pure chance and pure luck. I've been enjoying the site. It's been very fun. Free contest every day. You can kind of just enter them, set it and forget it, and hop back in and see if you won. There's also a UFC free one today if you guys watch UFC. Then there's an NFL one for $125 on Sunday. I've been doing these every day. I've already gotten lucky on one of them and won like $30. So I, guarantee one of you guys can as well. That link is here. Let's go ahead and sign up. Definitely appreciate it. Super fun. You took the points, free assurance. Yeah, I always take the points. I'm a points guy. I mean, as much sports, you need all the points. But yeah, probably going to be going for another 15 minutes. So as we wrap this up, so much action today. Saturdays are always just insanely hectic, especially at noon. I mean, you get all the noon action going on. So much, it's just madness, honestly. So yeah, make sure you guys go and get your bets in. I'll give you guys, this is my teaser I'm running today. If you guys like doing teasers. Let's see. Yeah, I already locked this one in. I've been getting murdered on teasers, so really hoping for a better day. You like Villanova and the over. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that likes Tennessee today. I just think it's going to be a battle. It's only a 2-point spread. Both teams playing good, despite that Villanova loss they had. Could go either way. I took the points, though, with Tennessee. 14 parlay. You got Bama minus 21, Georgia minus 51, Army minus 37, UConn B-ball minus 32. Yeah, Chris first seems pretty solid. I think Georgia minus the points. Georgia's going to murder Charleston Southern. I mean, it's insane. If you guys want to bet, put a little bit of money on a spread bet. I don't really recommend betting on games that are like 50-point favorites, but Georgia's playing a team that has played one game. Georgia's going to murder them. Same with A&M. A&M's playing Prairie View, a team that hasn't played this season, not that I could find. A&M's going to murder Prairie View. Those are two earlier games. Yeah, college basketball is kind of crazy. I mainly just look at the top 25. There's so many freaking games in college basketball. It's insane to like cover all of them. It's just so much. There's so many colleges. It's crazy. Every day there's probably like 50 games on, which is nuts. But I look for teams that are like underdogs that are like 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. You can get underdogs that are undefeated and they're being given a lot of points, and they've been covering or outright winning. So those are kind of bets I do look for college basketball, especially this early on when we don't really know what team is what. These elite teams, it's still early in the season, so a lot of these teams are able to cover pretty easier than normal. But yeah, I pretty much burned through everything. I'm just going to be chilling here for a little bit as we wrap things up. Make sure you guys get all your bets in, especially for college. That noon action hits pretty quick. You like the over in the Edmonton and Vegas game? Yeah, no, I definitely like that. Trust me, I'm all about teasing. I pretty much tease everything I do just to be safe. So I love it. Um, and I guess early on, I'll just do a tiny quick run through of NFL. Haven't looked into the NFL yet because I haven't even started recording NFL stuff yet. But just glancing over at it, like Baltimore over Chicago. Um, Detroit and Cleveland, man, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know. Green Bay -1, give me that. Give me Tennessee -10 over Houston. Give me Indy +7.5 over Buffalo. Do you like Notre Dame? If you're talking football, I do like them against Georgia Tech. Miami versus the Jets, I definitely like Miami. Philly and New Orleans. No Kamara again. That offense has looked pretty bad without Kamara. I don't know about that one. Maybe by a point on New Orleans +3.5. Philly's not been that special. The Niners against the Jags. I like the Niners coming off that big Rams win. Like Carolina over Washington with Cam Newton. I like Cincinnati over the Raiders. Seattle and Arizona. That's probably the game I'm staying away from. Kyler Murray's probably not going to play. I don't know. Arizona looked pretty bad last week. Seattle didn't score last week. They looked bad. Probably the matchup I'm staying away from. You have Kansas City and Dallas. Buying a point, getting Dallas +3.5. That's going to be a fun one. Then Sunday Night Football, Chargers and the Steelers. Steelers missing Watt and Hayden on defense. I like Chargers here. I think they'll bring up the offense. Then Monday night, you have Tampa Bay and the Giants. I do like Tampa Bay to win, but 11 points, man. Could definitely see the Giants covering. Probably be staying away from spreads for that game. Probably just add Tampa Bay to a money line parlay. That's probably where I would lean. Yeah, points have been brutal. That's what I'm saying. Like, money lines are so much more safer. I just don't like sweating out trying to cover the spreads unless I do a teaser. That's the only real way. Unless I see a spread I really do love. You like the Browns, Titans, and Bills. Yeah, I mean, those are all pretty solid. Who are the Titans playing? Did I miss that one? Oh yeah, Tennessee and Houston. Oh yeah, Tom Brady's pissed, and they're gonna score on the Giants. They need a nice win. That was a pretty bad loss last week. I do expect Tom to bounce back, and it looks like he's probably gonna get Gronk back too. So I think they'll both take their frustrations out on New York. Um, I'll pretty much give you guys my schedule on kind of how I've been doing videos. If you guys haven't noticed, pretty much Monday through Friday, my videos are coming out 9 a.m. Eastern. And then on the weekends, since a lot of the games are starting at like noon and, early on, I've been, for the most part, letting all my videos come out at like 7 a.m. Eastern Standard. All right, Mr. Nika, have a good one. Let's have a great game. Thanks for tuning in. I'm probably going to be doing the same, which probably all of you are as well, getting ready for these nooners. So make sure you, get loaded up, get all the food you can, and get prepared for a long day of football. Do you like Coastal? I do like Coastal today. But yeah, getting ready pretty much at the end of the stream. Gonna go for a few more minutes, so get some last questions in, guys. Yeah, I gotta lock some other bets in here before noon and get all settled in. Perfect day for football too. Raining outside. Perfect day to be tuned in and watch a bunch of college football action, and hopefully we can get some early dubs. Have a positive day, man. Definitely could use one. Been a pretty solid week. I did come. The only bet I did last night, it was just the two-teamer. It was the Avalanche and the Winnipeg. I did them both plus 1.5. I was gonna do them both money lines, but last second I kind of got. I don't know. I just felt like it might be a weird game, and it was. And Winnipeg covered last second, so I was able to get a nice little win here to give me a little bit more money to play with today. But yeah, a lot of good. I mean, so much action. You really got to sit down and take time to really look over all the good matchups and bets. You took Coastal, Notre Dame, Texas, and a parlay. Seems pretty solid. I like them. Texas getting pretty good, decent plus money too. I think they're getting disrespected a little bit there. Seems solid. You hit Duke and Gonzaga yesterday. Oh, fire. And yeah, guys, go ahead and check out ParlayPlay. I'm going to be promoting them pretty much every day. They're really, really good people. It's a fun site too. It's free. You're going to get $10 once you sign up. You don't even have to deposit if you don't want to. You will get a 100% match on a $10 minimum deposit. And it's just over under on props. There's a college football free tournament. $125 in prizes that's still open till noon. It really is just guessing. You're just going to guess on 10 different over-unders for quarterbacks, passing yards. That's really it. It's very simple, easy. Really is just kind of pure chance. Super fun. And yeah, I guarantee some of you guys will probably get lucky when you guys sign up. There's an NHL contest. I'm sorry, there's a college football, NFL, UFC. They usually do an NBA one almost every night. And so you could just live off the free tournaments, and I guarantee once or twice a week you'll probably come in the money. And so yeah, go ahead and hop in there, guys. Wouldn't recommend it if you had to pay anything. You don't. You get all this free stuff just for signing up. Going to be promoting them for a while, and I do use the site pretty much every day. It's been fun. Been throwing a little bit of money on there, so go ahead and sign up in that link below, guys. It's been super fun. Yeah, only a few more. Gonna go a couple more minutes here. Go ahead and get those final questions in. Been a pretty solid stream as always. I'll try and continue to do the Saturday streams. I've been trying to do them around 10:45 Eastern time AM to go for about an hour. That's kind of been my goal. And yeah, just hang out, go over some stuff with you guys, and hope we can all hit some parlays. Hit our bets today. That's kind of the goal. Saturdays and Sundays, man. I mean, honestly, it's really Saturdays. Saturdays are where the money's at because, a lot of people are probably not working. I don't know. At least I'm not. But for the most part, people probably aren't. And so much action. All sports are pretty much on full game slates today. So there's so much opportunity to make money today. So yeah, Saturdays are always pretty hectic. And, I don't really have too much to really say here. I'm probably going to end the stream now, guys. Been super fun hanging out. Appreciate you guys hanging out too. Let's hope we can have a good day. A lot of good parlays in the chat. Yeah, feeling good about my plays. We'll see. Hopefully no one ruins our parlays. That would be unfortunate. But yeah, let's hope we can have a great day, guys. Good luck with your picks and parlays. Go ahead and check out ParlayPlay, guys. I posted it in there just now. Get in that college football tournament and NFL tournament. It's absolutely free. And get $10. You can hop in there, make a couple quick entries really quick, and get super lucky. So go ahead and do there. Signing up with them definitely helps, definitely supports me as well. Would love that. That'd be super cool. And yeah, been a good one. I do like Kentucky, Chris. And yeah, we'll end the stream here, guys. Good luck today. I hope you guys all hit. And I'll see you in the next video, in the next live stream, guys. Have a good weekend. And